Turkey's become so expensive to the people who live there. The gap between I don't want to even call the rich, like, because there's entrepreneurs who's making trades with, like, who's doing exports or who's making trades with other countries, bringing dollar into or pound or foreign exchange currencies. They are more powerful, but also when you look at the let's say retirement pension, it is about 500. Is that correct? It's about $500 to like 300. It's about £300, the retirement pension. It's just about the same. If you have a look at it, what's the minimum wage in Turkey? Minimum wage in Turkey right now, it is wow, it's about £600 the minimum wage is, and that is the gross minimum wage. So the net minimum wage is just about £525, and which is like in dollars, 650 US dollars. So why is this important? If you are living in Istanbul, Istanbul is a beautiful city, and everybody wants to live in Istanbul in some way, especially like if you have spare change if you're not working, you just should, and you have cash in your pocket, you made it. And somehow in the world, that is the goal, huh? So we don't have to work for the money, but we'll put the money in use and we enjoy it. We still do work, but not just for the sake of having money, but like for the sake of producing, providing our growth, helping, just whatever it is, but not to make the ends meet. So if you're in that lucky position and you do want to live in Istanbul at least for a certain amount of time, because that's just such a gorgeous, beautiful city full of surprises, full of history. But if you are earning a minimum wage and you are in Istanbul, there is literally no way actually you can live with that and enjoy the city. It is like, let's say we went for a meal and we paid about $250 in dollars per person at a restaurant, and this wasn't a huge restaurant. Am I right? 200? No, 250 for two people. So we were like three couples. We went there, and we didn't order enormously. We ordered things to share on the table, and one person each. So like main, I didn't have main. I shared the things from the commonly ordered, and it was just about like let's say 120 per person. There's 250 for two people. And there is not like hundreds. And this doesn't include like bottles of alcohol and things like that. It is expensive, and if you compare it, if you are in the US and you're earning accordingly, that's fine. But in Turkey, you're not earning accordingly if you're just doing the minimum wage. So there are also fantasies about like going to university. Honestly, almost everybody has finished university in Turkey, but the quality of the education or what is being given is like, I guess, if you're coming from like families become really important. Like it's not just the family they support their children, but the family who understands the system and gives a direction. It's like some kind of having a mentorship. But instead of that, it's more of everybody is so obsessed about having money in somehow, and everything goes. So the passion, the obsession, the the desire, the aspiration is dissolving, because people are watching things on the internet, people are seeing things in real life, and like they want to go and have a coffee at the Starbucks. Starbucks prices are Starbucks prices everywhere in the world. But if you think about it from the minimum wage perspective, a person who earns $600 as a minimum wage is not going to be able to comfortably afford coffee from Starbucks, and it becomes something like very like as big as going to a moon. So people just really want to be able to enjoy what the world enjoys in the small luxuries, right? The country itself has just so much to offer. Okay, so there are really reasonable places, like more traditional tea houses you can find for the working man, or you can find them for like built under next to a mosque, or super traditional looking, super cute, just tucked away in somehow. Their owners are not like waking up to the tourism, and then like tripling and quadrupling or multiple times of the prices, which we lived it. I mean, like I lived every experience dearly and I enjoyed my time in Istanbul, but this is the truth. So it's just about the same. It's much a beautiful place than anything that I've seen so far in the world. It's mind-blowing, but it also is it's designed to the foreign entities coming with foreign money to enjoy the city. If it's just like, I mean, I don't want to speak like this, but that is the situation. And when you look at it in that perspective, and the end of the dissolution period of Ottoman Empire has gone through the same structure as with the capitulations introduced to the country. If you were a foreigner, you had much more rights in the country, and also you had more financial power. So where does this put anybody? I mean, I'm just reflecting on the year I moved out of Turkey. Then I was living in Istanbul. It was 2008. It's quite a long time ago. It's like probably September 2008 ish. And what did that bring me? The reason I moved out was it was so difficult, like for me, so difficult to get a job, which is like it kind of is a repetition in my life anyway. And I think that really comes from who your friends are, how you spend your life, and understanding what that job environment is, and also the traditional way of people looking at employees, like they have to work like a mule probably, in a sense, and the certificates and the way that you speak with somebody, like it just kind of comes from a learning thing, or you have friends. That's just how it is. Even though I was working at a factory and I became a manager there, I just didn't feel like I was the right manager, because I was so tired and couldn't understand much. This didn't have that broader perspective about what business is. And I quit just because I wanted to experience life. And I remember feeling exactly like this, and reading the situation exactly like this at 2008. So whatever the internet, the world, the politics says, it just has been exactly like this. That gap on earning money, the minimum wage, the percentage of the minimum wages was just about the same. So yeah, maybe it wasn't right when I said like Turkey has become very expensive. I think it just has been, especially in Istanbul. But what we're seeing right now is in a smaller cities, the prices of the houses are doubling up. but the minimum wage or the retirement pension stays the same. That's like, but honestly, it's a beautiful place. Put a few $100 or £1,000 in your pocket and go and have the best time of your life, because you will have the best time of your life in Istanbul. And like spending in beautiful, luxurious, like honestly, it almost feels like otherworldly, luxurious places. You have some dessert, you pay £15 or £10, but it's affordable if you're coming with that kind of currency. If you're making pounds and dollars and then you're spending that there, and it's fine. But it's just like you can only have like how many? 10 desserts, 10 desserts plus 40, like 40 desserts with your minimum wage in a nice place. It's like it's 50 desserts, like 60 desserts. So that's what you can do.